That's okay. I don't need to be on.
Well, you're not on there. But we want the dogs to be on there.
It's a little dark.
Yeah, well, it'll lighten up. Give it time. Yes, these dogs, they are so cozy. Yes, these dogs. And then that means we get to listen to Bicycling for Ladies.
What? No, we're listening to Lessons in Chemistry.
Well, that's probably copyrighted. Okay, fine.
Please?
Think so?
It might be copyrighted.
Yeah, usually it's like all rights reserved, no reproduction of this might be permitted without explicitly written percent of the. Alright, let's call Big Dog Mike up first. Let's just make sure
Is he gonna be up?
He better be up. They have just as long of a drive, babe.
My phone?
What's up, Rick?
Alright, we gotta get. What's the address?
Yeah, like 360 my phone.
Hold on.
Oh, it's right here.
Thank God. Alright, what's the address?
I know.
Big Dog, you're on. Oh, you're also on YouTube Live.
I don't know what the address is.
Okay, do you know that you're on YouTube Live? Do you know that you're on YouTube Live? With the extra long cozy dogs? Don't tell anyone.
What's happening to the butterball turkeys?
Oh, it's supposed to go this way. On the wrong lane, babe. Not too often we go this way. Mm-hmm.
It's probably because it's gonna route you up to Liberty.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Liberty, 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 liberty. I said liberty, 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 liberty. Liberty, 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 liberty. Liberty, liberty. Big Dog, are Danner boots comfortable? Hello?
It's like, and it depends on the pair that you get.
So they're not all great?
I wouldn't say so. Some of them are decent, but they're kind of like the modern leather things, like materials.
I mean, I wouldn't want a boot. I would want more of a tennis shoe kind of a thing. Although Willa did chew up one of my my clouds, my on-cloud boots.
What? She did?
Yeah, she's naughty.
Oh no, not my Willa.
Well, no, it might have been like Rocky and Rowdy.
They were outside?
Well, Rocky and Rowdy might have jumped over the fence when we weren't looking and weren't aware, you know. Good morning, MF. Happy Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Day to the guy 87. Big Doug, are you there?
Yeah. I'm just depressed.
Okay, what time are you going to be there then? What time are you going to be there?
Probably like 11.
11? No. You better hurry your ass up. Our estimated ETA for arrival right now is 10:13 a.m.
Well,
What's that?
I might be able to do.
Shalom pin shit, shalom piss and shit. So you're okay with that piss and shit song?
No.
Why don't
I
you
hate
like
it.
Why don't you like the piss and shit songs?
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, I do wonder.
This is where I came yesterday.
That's a lot to be sharing on the internet, babe.
This?
Well, the exact sentence you just said.
That I came somewhere yesterday?
You didn't say somewhere. You said this is where I came yesterday.
Yeah, that's where I went.
That's where you went. Oh, where you went. Or you had gone.
You work with too much gutters.
I work with too much gutters. Yo. Big Dog, do you like the Shalom Piss and Shit song? Now the internet knows, says Michael Kopiskiansky. Look at Chet. Chet's being so cozy. He's being so cozy. Here.
You could ask YouTube Live to watch the dogs for you.
Yeah, watch the dogs. He's so cozy. All right. Shalom.
Maybe crack the windows for him?
Oh.
Bag.
Michael, are you there? Wait, did you turn the car off?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're pumping gas.
Don't do that.
Why not?
With my car, you don't have to turn it off.
Greg's saying that he doesn't have to turn off his car to pump gas now. That's what?
I would be suspicious that Greg doesn't actually know that for sure.
It's suspicious that what? Well, with my car, no, with my car, you don't have to turn the car off to pump gas. Who is a good dog? Wait, never mind. I thought it was in D house. What is D house? Dogs in the car. Really? It says robot. You're a robot. Why do you have an opinion? I feel bad for whoever buys that car next. No one's buying this car next. I'm running this car into the ground. Where should they be? In the trunk, says Michael Kopisiansky. These dogs don't smell, which is the implication, obviously. These are actually good dogs. Thanks, so. Babe, can you tell
Unless they chew up $250 boots or, chocolate milkshakes on the couch. Or,
those aren't milkshakes, that's a Fairlight. They should be outdoors, duh. They're so good. Aren't these the best dogs in all the land?
I guess they just have to run behind us today while we're driving.
Yeah, they're gonna have to run along.
You might want to plug in your phone.
No need to argue. Which phone?
This one.
Well, yeah.
You're at 14%.
Goddamn fuck shit. Goddamn. Yeah, this is why I like to leave my car running. Alright, hold on. Also in part because it's hard to get it back started.
I think you've got too much stuff plugged in.
No, that's definitely not it. Because it was running fine with all the stuff. All right, what's this show? This show's about Thanksgiving and gratitude and good cozy dogs. And this show is about, would you like to see? And then now I have to retransfer the call. Hey, Doug, can you hear us now? Okay, can you explain to Rebecca, say it just like that, that my car, you don't have to turn it off when you pump gas?
I don't know that. And
Okay.
also, I would.
You don't need to know.
That you don't actually know that either.
Okay, you don't need to know something to explain something to someone, do you? Where are we from and where are we going?
Also, I'm afraid.
We're going to Iowa.
I'm afraid to say Rebecca's name because I have a stutter, and so I think sometimes if I say it, I might.
No. No.
Stuttering a little bit.
Feel free to stutter.
No, baby, you get pissed when people call you that. I don't know why.
So it says, yes, you should turn off your car when getting gas. Gasoline vapors are flammable and can ignite from static electricity from your car.
You know they also say don't be on a cell phone, and yet does anyone observe that rule?
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. You were on the phone, babe.
Yeah, I drive while I'm talking on the phone, not texting or.
No,
going
I'm talking
on
about
YouTube Live.
pumping gas, not distraction. I'm talking about Don't you remember that used to be a thing? No using your cell phone while you're pumping gas. You don't remember
Legally,
that.
most states require you to turn off your car while fueling up.
Most states can kiss my ass. Okay, you're from Minnesota. Robot, we're from Missouri. We're going to Iowa. Robot, where in Minnesota are you from? We're from Kansas City. Kansas City, here we come. Guys, Dumb and Dumber scene. What's the Dumb and Dumber scene? Oh, no, that's not Dumb and Dumber. You're thinking of Zoolander.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, well, spoiler alert. Rochester, unfortunately. Big Dog,
Yep.
have you been to Rochester?
Yep.
Anyway, what's your hot take on Rochester? Disco themed Rubik's Cube.
Well, it seems pretty nice. It's got Mayo Clinic.
Oh, we went to a wedding in Rochester. Rah rah Rochester, rah rah Rochester, rah rah Rochester, Rochester.
Yeah, that was the wedding where they ran out of cake.
Yeah, they ran out of cake at the wedding, and Rebecca was pissed. Didn't your mom have to go buy some cake?
Aunt Mary went and bought some cake.
Yeah, we had way too much cake at our ratification ceremony.
Well, yeah, because I refused to run out.
Mm-hmm.
I specifically ordered extras.
The scene where the guy they picked up in the movie got tired of them arguing and said, guys. Apparently there's a scene in the movie Dumb and Dumber. Where are these cozy dogs? Yes, these dogs, they are so cool. I prefer Iowa. Have you tried the pizza place? That's a Chinese place. Help me out. What's that one? Big Dog, do you know what they're talking about? What Robot's talking about? Big Dog, do you know what Robot's talking about? Big Dog, do you know what Robot's talking about?
No.
It's a pizza place that's a Chinese place in Iowa. It's a pizza place that's a Chinese place in Iowa. Does that help? Is that ringing? They do our dogs like extra long cozy car trips?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Are they good dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Are they extra long cozy dogs? Mm-hmm.
Except when they chew up shoes. Sounds like Willow might have just been outside for too long and got bored.
No. Sounds like she needs to be walked more. Okay, I forget the name. It's something like Fong's Pizza.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it either. Okay, can you ask Big Dog, send me some images on Meta AI like I was sending you. Or just spam Jared with those. Oh, whatever happened with the Friendsgiving? What's that? The what that?
Jared Rose's thing?
Yeah.
I'm not heard anything.
You didn't ask about it? Like, hey, how was it? Sorry I missed it.
I didn't like.
I really like Skulls of Waterdeep.
I like bad games.
Well, I wish there was more rounds of it.
Yeah, you probably like it even better with the mandatory quests.
Yeah, we should try it with the mandatory quest. It must be nice to have a family get together. I'm going back to bed, but enjoy the robot. Why are you going back to bed? Shalom. Kaverit, shalom, kaverit, shalom, shalom, mehibraot, Shalom, shalom. Is that poodle named Cinnamon still alive, big dog? Oh, cinnamon, oh, cinnamon, oh.
You mean the police?
Yeah.
I very much doubt it.
Oh, because dogs don't live forever?
Yeah, that's exactly what I very much doubt.
Yeah, that's kind of sad that dogs don't live forever.
Yeah, kind of sad that humans too, in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Very important qualifier there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cinnamon, oh, cinnamon, oh, cinnamon, on that day. Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you... Oh, cinnamon, on that day. Cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to on that day? Hey, babe, can you figure out if I can order 30 copies of my book on Lulu and get it by Tuesday, innit? Or that costs a lot of money.
Why are you wanting 30 copies of your book by Tuesday?
Well, because Liz wants to do a book signing. Oh, cinnamon, oh, cinnamon, oh, cinnamon, on that day. Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? I mean, likely I'll probably only need like 5 copies, but it doesn't matter. I might as well have the extra copies, you know? I'll leave them at Hardline or something. Hey, can you sell these? You can just have them. You got that coffee. Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to on that day? Oh, cinnamon, oh, cinnamon. Oh, cinnamon, on that day. Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to on that day? I'm so glad I don't have to sell fucking gutters today. Ooh, leaf guard. Just go buy some leaf guard. That's cozy. Thanks, though. Oh, cinnamon. Oh, cinnamon. Oh, cinnamon, on that day. Oh, cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, cinnamon, who you... I said, thanks so. I said, thanks so. I said, thanks so. I said, thanks so. Thanks though, thanks though, thanks though. Thanks though, thanks though, thanks though, thanks though. Thanks though, thanks though, thanks though, thanks though. Thanks though, thanks though, thanks though.
I'll call Julie and hopefully they're up by the time I get over there.
Why? What do you need from... You going to Dragon Mount?
Yeah, we're riding together.
Wait, Julie's coming?
Yeah.
I thought Julie had a Wokesgiving.
Well, it keeps calling about that.
So who else is coming, Len?
Bobby and Julie are coming with me, and Mom is riding with Grandma.
Have they left it? Have they left it yet? Oh my God! No one's gonna make a scene about Julie, are they? Like, we're giving Maddie and Michelle some drugs, so hopefully they'll be chill.
Okay.
Or maybe they'll be like too chill, and they'll be like openly, disparaging or whatever.
Oh, are the drugs just for today? Or are you giving them a supply of drugs?
I mean, it's like 10 gummies is what we're giving them.
Yeah, thanks.
10 gummies at 10 milligrams a pop. Half a gummy each should be more than sufficient.
I was gonna tell him to divide it into 4.
Oh, these dogs are cozy. Oh, these dogs are cozy. Oh, these dogs are cozy. All right, babe, can you enter the shipping address? Thanks, though. Yes, these dogs are cozy. Yes, these dogs are.
I'll let you go if you want me to be there relatively soon.
Yeah, you better hurry up.
Okay, bye, Greg.
All right, bye.
Bye, Rebecca.
Bye.
See, he didn't stutter. There you go. Think so?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's put bicycling for ladies on. Babe, we got to put bicycling for ladies on. Thanks, though.
So I guess you didn't want me to finish putting in the address?
Well, I do want you to finish finishing the address, but while bicycling for ladies is on.
No, I'm all done now. I think so.
What do you mean you're all done? That's bullshit.
I think it's a little bullshit that you keep asking me to do stuff for you.
What, babe? You want me to ask you to do stuff because I'm driving.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're driving. You're going to do it regardless, so...
No, but you'll do it instead. That's better. That's what we established, babe.
I love the holidays, the lights, the decorations, snow. They remind me of Christmas, and now I'm getting hungry because I'm thinking of cooking.
Shelf nailed along the lower
What if we
edge,
listen to normal
and a
gossip?
strip of leather or some stiff and
is that
pliable
copyright?
material
I don't think
nailed
so.
on in loops to hold the tools.
I think it's a
Under the
podcast.
table should
Well,
be
sure,
kept
it's a
couple of
podcast. That
boxes.
doesn't mean they
Wooden boxes such as canned goods come in will do.
don't reserve
One
rights.
as a receptacle for the oil cans, kerosene, and cloths, and the other to use as a frame. The outfit should be completed by a little bench and a wooden stool to sit on when working at the table. For much of the work about a bicycle may be done while seated comfortably, and it is always well to save strength when possible. A workshop
Yes,
once
these
started,
dogs
many little
are
contrivances
cozy.
suggest themselves for convenient
Yes,
working.
these dogs
A nail may be put
are
up for the apron.
cozy.
A corner found
Yes,
for the working
these
gloves.
dogs are so cozy.
Separate
Yes,
places allotted
these
for
dogs are
oily
so
cloths
cozy.
and
Yes,
cloths.
these
And
dogs are so
kerosene.
cozy. Yes, they're
The bicycle
cozy.
lamp, if an oil lamp, should have a stand for trimming and filling. and
Yes,
should
they're
be cared
cozy.
for regularly.
Yes,
The
they're
best of
cozy.
lamps will smoke occasionally, and the soot must not be allowed to fly about.
Yes, they are so
From fitting up a bicycle workshop, the transition is easy. to
Yes,
studying
these dogs are so
accomplishments that may
cozy.
be of
Yes,
use.
these dogs are so
Planning tours
cozy.
and
Yes,
trips.
these
Exercise
dogs
and
are so
scientific
cozy.
research
Yes,
prepared
they're
to enjoy them.
cozy.
Studying
Yes,
the
they're
construction and
cozy.
improvement of modern contrivances.
Oh boy.
Learning the use of a map
Oh,
and
babe, do you want to start a
compass.
poll?
Investigating camping
No.
possibilities.
I think so.
And learning how to depend on limited resources
really think
when
this
cut
is
off
not-
from supplies.
It's something we should
The simple appliances and contrivances of the
We're gonna
home
say-
workshop lead the mind to
So basically,
appreciation
you
and
start
desire
poll,
for
and then you
something
go
better,
Happy
more
Thanksgiving,
workmanlike.
and then the answers are yes or
A
no.
choice of tools suggests itself, and from the first assortment of a couple of wrenches, a few screwdrivers, a hammer, and a couple of wooden boxes, is finally evolved the well-furnished amateur workshop. The ideal room for this purpose should have a good north light, with windows on two sides if possible, and high enough from the floor to allow a workbench to be placed in front of the window with the light falling upon it, and a space of 10 inches or a foot between the lowest
I don't think
part
the
of
dogs know
window
that the
and
Kong
bench.
has peanut butter in it yet.
This space to be arranged
Probably
as a
not.
rack for tools. The windows should open and shut easily and be fitted with 2 kinds of shades.
That circular
dark
sock
green
kind
and
of freaks
white.
me out, babe.
2 pairs of shades to each
Yeah, I've
window.
noticed.
2 rolling up from the lower part and 2 down from the upper part. Nothing is so fatiguing
Yes,
as
these
working by
dogs are
light
so
that is
cozy.
not suited
Yes,
to the work
these
to be
dogs are
done.
so cozy.
With the shades
Yes,
arranged in this
these
way,
dogs
the
are so
light may be
cozy.
perfectly
They are
controlled and
cozy.
distributed where
Yes,
needed by
these
means of reflectors.
dogs are
Ventilating and heating
cozy.
also must be arranged.
Yes,
The workshop
these
should have
dogs are
running water
cozy.
and a closet
Yes,
for working
these
clothes,
dogs
which
are so
apt to be
cozy.
orderly
Yes,
and
these dogs are so
There should
cozy.
be plenty
Yes,
of shelf
these
room
dogs are so
and an extra
cozy.
cupboard
They
or 2.
are cozy.
The floor should
Yes,
be
they're
of wood,
cozy.
unpainted. There should be a bench for
I said, thanks,
carpenter
though.
work and carpenter tools, a bench for cabinet working tools for fine woodworking, a table for rubber and naphtha, and a long, heavy, narrow bench fitted with vices of different sizes
Can you
and
solve this?
patterns, a table devoted to the blast furnace, a corner for an anvil and portable forge, and another for a lathe and power saw, though these may be dispensed with. The movable furniture may consist of stools and benches of different heights, and the frames necessary to take down and handle a bicycle on.
So what are you gonna get for Al for
Metal
Christmas?
twisted, cut,
What's that?
pressed,
I said, what are you gonna get for Al for
sawed,
Christmas?
stretched,
I
and
don't know
melted into any shape desired. The tools adapted to this work may consist of folding tools, carving tools, molding tools, and bending tools, and contrivances and tools made to perform certain work, such as screwdriver, etc.
Babe, watch me solve this.
Cutting tools
You
are
ready?
knives, saws, files, and chisels.
Base,
which
are you
perform
watching?
their work by applied power, whether controlled directly by the hand or otherwise. The metal working outfit may contain many varieties of tools.
Keep
End
watching.
of chapter 16. Recording
Oh,
by Maria
wait a minute.
Castro.
Now we gotta get these where they go.
Chapter
solve this?
17 of Bicycling for Ladies by Maria E. Ward.
Was that impressive?
This LibriVox recording is in the public
Mhm.
domain. Chapter 17.
Mm-hmm.
Tires.
I
In
said,
the older
mm-hmm.
forms of wheel, the tire did duty in protecting and strengthening the wheel and holding it together.
I said, mm-hmm.
In the bicycle wheel,
Babe.
the rim is the
I'll
strengthening
start
and
responding to
supporting
me or
contrivance.
to you after we're off
The
Facebook
tire
Live.
protects the rim and acts as a spring cushion as well,
Bless you.
receiving shock and jar. The solid
Bless
rubber tire was an advance over the old steel tire on the bone-shaking machine, as it was called, in the days when the bicycle was still in its experimental stage. The solid tire was
No more
narrow,
sneezing, think so.
and after a
Oh, did you
certain
bring
diameter of material
the Irish
was
cream?
reached, the weight of the rubber became too great. The tire was made larger. It was found that a certain thickness of material was sufficient for wear and tear, and that more surface was desired to grip the roadway, and that consequently the tire should be made lighter. Hosepipe was tried and did well, and then experiment succeeded experiment in an effort to produce a tire that would fit, wear well, be light, and give speed and resilience. A pneumatic tire is made of a tough, hard outer material to resist wear, a fibrous inner material to give stiffness and prevent stretching, and an impervious inner layer to retain the air. Rubber is a sticky, gummy substance, easily melted at a comparatively low temperature.
Come on.
And becoming hard when exposed to the air and
I say, come on.
moderately low temperature. It dissolves readily in benzene or gasoline or naphtha, and it is insoluble in water. Grease and oil have a peculiar disintegrating effect on rubber and rubber materials and are most injurious to them. To prevent rubber substances from adhering to each other, they are prepared in a particular way and feel dry and gritty to the touch. Tires are made in layers, and double
you know that tires are made in
have
layers?
a separate inner tube of impervious rubber to hold the air, and an outer covering of toughened material that is quite separate and not necessarily
on.
airtight to resist
what?
wear.
Yes, hold on.
The tire must be held immovable on the rim of the wheel. There is all the pull of the weight of the moving bicycle against the surface
so.
over which it moves. and the tire must be secured to the rim in such a way as to keep it forced in place.
Thanks,
There are two methods of fastening it permanently to the rim, with cement or other material of that character, so as to make it apart from the rim, as it were, or by fast. A cemented tire, or indeed any tire of rubber, should never be left in the sun, as the heat affects the rubber and perhaps the cement. Changes in temperature affect the and the different materials. When two or more different materials are used in construction in this way, this problem will always present itself.
Oh, what are
The
those?
tire inflated. The
Thank you notes that never got out.
covering of the tire tube, made of a soft
shit.
and
We better
yielding
send 'em out.
substance, fills the interstices in the outer covering, rendering it airtight.
Goddamn.
Should a hard
shit.
substance then be introduced into this material
There
and a
should be
puncture
one in
occur,
here somewhere.
it is necessary to locate the puncture. This is very difficult
I'm gonna let
to
you
do if
look
the
for it 'cause I
puncture is
gotta-
small and the
Well,
substance
no, babe, you have it all
is
perfectly
visible.
organized. Like, you know where everything's at.
Ascertain first that the trouble is not with the valve of the tire. If the air
I'd
is
hate to
not
move
being
something so that you couldn't
properly,
find it anymore.
then
Yeah.
test for a puncture in this way.
I did get upset that one
Wet the
time.
surface of the tire and note the bubbles that form under the film of water and the puncture is found.
I learned.
The inner surface tire is made to resist the air and is usually of pure rubber. The outer covering is for strength and wear. Rubber may be repaired with rubber easily enough, and the purer the rubber, the easier it is to cement it with a cement made of pure rubber dissolved in some volatile vehicle. Almost any repair or renovation of the tire material
Is it bad to say
rubber
I
cement
had
to
great
be used
intentions
plug
to get
in
this out?
and twine
as
or
the
cotton
presents
cloth
came in?
to be used for strengthening purposes.
You don't even need to address
Small
it.
punctures require only plugging from
Well,
the inside.
Should I just
Tears or
address
rents
these then and send them
require
out that way?
plugging and reinforcing as well.
But they don't have the,
Each make of tire has
just
its
pop 'em in
repair
here?
kit and directions for use.
yeah.
The single tube tire with its inner coat is so made that the inner covering will act as a continuous plug. The soft rubber is compressed and put on in such a way that the air pressure, even if a puncture occurs, will help to close the hole by pressing on all sides around and about it.
Thanks,
To illustrate this principle, cover the outside of the tube with soft rubber cement and let it dry. Then turn the tube inside out. The rubber will be in an active state of compression.
I sawed this boat in half.
Force air against the surface, and it is easily seen how the rubber is crowded if there is any place made by puncture, and how the hole would be closed. Numberless punctures are made and resealed, and the tire works all right. The puncture that does not reseal must be plugged.
I
or
sawed
patched.
this boat in half.
Rubber plugs are made in all sizes, and rubber cement, liquid rubber, is put up in collapsible metal tubes, like paint.
Babe, I did tell you it would
with a
be forever
pointed
before we
spout
got to that
introduced
fish
the cement
stuff.
behind and through the puncture. There
Didn't I
are
tell you?
numberless convenient contrivances
Did I call
made
it?
to hold plugs in large holes and do the repair work neatly.
Did I call it?
In mending a puncture, the tire remains on the wheel, and the work is done from the outside of the tire. If the hole is very small, it must be enlarged sufficiently to introduce the plug. The rubber of the plug is very soft and compressible, and the hole should be considerably smaller than the shank of the plug. The plug must be held firmly and forced through the hole and held in place while the nose of the cement tube is introduced, and a plentiful supply of liquid rubber smeared over the inside of the hole, around and on the plug, and enough extra cement added to
Rubber
flow
cement
all
the hole.
around
Thank you,
inside of the
Scarecrow
tire
on the loaf.
around the puncture. Pull the plug back by the shank, allowing the head to
Yeah,
rest
send
on
him
the
a thank you
inside of
note.
the tire, and the shank to come back through the hole. Pull the plug firmly into place by the shank.
We'll just say thank you for being you. Can we say that?
Such a
Cut off the
present.
projecting
Oh, he did?
end
Yeah.
of the plug shank, and the repair
Babe,
is
it's not
made.
on here.
Turn the wheel until the plug comes
okay.
to the lowest
Sorry.
point,
Do you want to go ahead and get his
there,
address?
so the cement gets all around the plug.
Yeah.
To smooth a ragged hole before introducing
The
plug,
ragged hole.
when the
Smeared the
proper tools are
ragged
not to be
hole.
had, a heated
You gotta
wire may
smear
be
that
used
ragged
to make
hole.
a smooth round hole. Rubber may be handled
Babe,
and
I'm gonna
cut
smear
while wet
that
with
ragged
water,
hole.
but it must be dry and grease to take the cement.
Matt Lord.
Always wet the knife
See,
blade
right where you
before
left him.
cutting the end
Think
off
so.
the plug. This will ensure a
Babe,
smooth,
don't cut the
clean
end off the
cut.
plug. No.
A puncture may be repaired by introducing almost
You better
any
behave.
material on the inner
that?
surface and
I said, I
holding
guess
it
you
in
better
place.
behave.
And it is well to know of a few substitutes for the regular repair kit for emergency use. Punctures difficult to
Excuse me,
locate
that was
may be found
a
by
burp.
inflating the tire and wetting with soapy water when a bubble will form where the air escapes. A puncture that goes all the way through the inner tube of the tire must be repaired on the inside. The outer covering of the tire is porous.
Thanks, oh thanks, oh thanks, oh thanks, oh.
Don't you just love having the dogs with us on this? So you have an excuse to stop to pee every 20 minutes.
That says not a pet area? What the fuck? Aka fucking excuse me? Not, then where's the goddamn pet area?
Then grasp it with the pliers and introduce it through the hole prepared for it
Guess
in
I'm
the
gonna take
tire.
him this way then.
Pull the string to pull the plug into place. See that
Oh,
there is
pet
plenty
comfort
of
area
cement
is that way.
around
Okay,
and
cool.
about it. Inflate the tire, and the air will
They're
hold
so
the plug
good.
in
Y'all
place
listen to weird
until
music
the
on road
cement
trips,
tightens.
but be
The
safe,
plugs
says
that are
Scarecrow on the low.
supplied are discs of rubber of different sizes with stems attached to the center.
All right.
And a nice pool is made for the purpose of punching the hole in the tire. When the hole is burned, the charred edges should be removed and, if possible, cleaned with benzene. A tire well patched on the inside is almost as good as new and very serviceable, unless the brake is applied frequently and unevenly when the plug is almost sure to feel the push. The commercial patch or plug makes the most satisfactory repair for a puncture,
bites?
No,
although
They're
there
frozen?
are other
No.
things that may be used.
absolutely not.
Rubber bands may be pressed into service, and sheet rubber may also be used. Repair on the roadside is made in the same way as in the workshop, the differences being in the conveniences for working and the permanency of the patch. A rent may be repaired with plugs, it being first stitched together, then the plugs introduced, and finally a patch cemented on the outside over the rent to protect the stitches. A puncture may be repaired with rubber bands held in place on a wire, covered with cement, and forced into the hole made in the tire. A piece of wire flattened on the end, a cross piece with a notch cut in it and twisted below, makes a fair repair needle. The end of the projecting rubber cut off, a very fair plug results. Sheet rubber may be placed over the hole on
saw someone who was actually really good. 1. My dad loves gardening, especially his plumeria plants. He has about 30 of them and was quite proud of his collection. Recently, he joined a local plumeria club on Facebook and decided to attend a meetup. He was the only one there with fewer than 100 plants. My mother no longer complains about him having too many plumeria. 2. I thought I was pretty good at ping pong until I made the mistake of challenging an old guy who hangs out at one of the bars. He absolutely wrecked me. It wasn't even close. He returned all of my best serves effortlessly and added the craziest spin to every shot. Afterward, he gave me some good advice and said, "You play too fast for your own good." I bought him a drink and shamefully went back to my friends. 3. I always thought I was pretty good at Tetris. People who saw me play were impressed. Then I started playing Tetris 99. Turns out, I'm not that good after all. 4. I started taking piano lessons at age 5. My parents and teacher made me believe.
Do not have a baby unless you OBGYN these questions. OBGYNs come in many shapes and sizes, philosophies, all of these different things. You gotta know who you're working with. First, ask them if there's a C-section rate. They have to give this to you. If you don't want to have a C-section, you probably want to deal with an OBGYN who has a...
Makes me really uncomfortable that you don't have hands on their leashes.
Aren't they so good? Aren't they the best dogs in all the land? Okay, come on. They're so good, babe. These dogs are so good. Alright, now let me know when you change your mind on the Friskies. Oh, sorry, babe.
Why?
Well, so we can get the Friskies.
No, we won't be changing my mind on the Friskies.
Thanks. Oh! But aren't
So we got one addressed to the M family. That's these guys, right?
Who's the M? Oh, Mark Michelle,
Yeah.
Maddie Mitchell.
Yeah, that's them, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, what are you gonna do? Put it in their mailbox?
Hand it to them.
Oh. Well, why do we need the envelope then?
Because that's how you hand cards off to people.
Do you still lick the envelope if you're gonna hand it off to them?
Sometimes.
You're just saying that.
Depends on whether or not you want them to open it while you're standing
On the
there.
inside, though it is difficult to keep it
If
in
it's
place.
sealed, they're less likely to
Twist
open it
it up
while you're
and
standing
slide
there.
into a plug,
Well,
or
alright, that's a
spread
good
into
though.
place on the
We
inside.
literally listen to
The
anything
difficulty with this
else.
repair is that the
Like,
plug must
literally
be held in
anything
place
else.
until the
You don't
cement
like
part
bicycling for ladies?
and then is liable
No.
to work out of place.
Alright.
Inner tube tires are repaired with patches of soft rubber. After the puncture is located,
Like,
the patch will
literally
retain its
anything
place
else.
by being pressed against the inner surface of the tire when inflated.
I kinda like it.
To do good work
I'm so
in
happy for
repairing
you to do
rubber,
that then on
always
your own
clean the
time.
surface of the rubber material thoroughly,
I'd really like to
washing
listen
with
to lessons
benzene
in
when
chemistry,
possible,
please.
and always test a patch when
I
finished
also
by
need
placing
Sapphire's
it
address.
in water or wetting it to ascertain that it is satisfactory. On the road, a puncture may be plugged in any time under 5 minutes when located. In the workshop, it is more convenient to hang
So
the
you
wheel
got
up
Rachel
while
and hubby.
making a
Is that
patch,
Rachel Everett?
as it is more readily
Ooh, what about
held
the
in place
history
when
of
working
London?
from below. There are many ways of doing makeshift repairs. Melted rosin
I'd literally
may
rather
replace
have
the rubber
silence
cement, and rosin may be found
than
in
what
any
is currently
tin
playing.
sleeves. Melt the rosin and dip the rubber in.
Alright. There, in honor of Thanksgiving, we'll listen to this. Alright, so what about this?
Who's that?
Yeah, the Everett. Yeah, Rachel Everett.
Oriental Trading is the place for today's must-have trends. Save with free shipping and everyday low prices on everything you need to make life more fun.
Section 1 of Slave Narratives, a full history of slavery in the United States, from interviews with former slaves, Volume 5, Indiana Narratives. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Larry Wilson. Slave Narratives, a folk history of slavery in the United States through interviews with former slaves. Typewritten records prepared by the Federal Writers Project, 1936 to 1938. Assembled by the Library of Congress Project, Work Projects Administration for the District of Columbia, sponsored by the Library of Congress. Ex-Slave Stories, District Number 5, Vanderburgh County. An Unhappy Experience, George W. Arnold. This is written from an interview with each of the following: George W. Arnold, Professor W.S. Best of the Lincoln High School, and Samuel Bell, all of Evansville, Indiana. George W. Arnold was born April 7, 1861, in Bedford County, Tennessee. He was the property of Oliver P. Arnold, who owned a large farm or plantation in Bedford County. His mother was a native of Rome, Georgia, where she remained until 12 years of age when she was sold at auction. Oliver Arnold bought her, and he also purchased her 3 brothers and 1 uncle. The 4 Negroes were taken along with other slaves from Georgia to Tennessee, where they were put to work on the Arnold plantation. On this plantation, George W. Arnold was born, and the child was allowed to live in a cabin with his relatives, and declares that he never heard one of them speak an unkind word about Master Oliver Arnold or any member of his family. Happiness and contentment and a reasonable amount of food and clothes seemed to be all we needed, said the now white-haired man. Only a limited memory of Civil War days is retained by the old man, but the few events recalled are vividly described by him.
You do look like Cindy.
Mother, my young brother, my sister, and I were walking along one day. I don't remember where we had started, but we passed under the fort at Wortrace. A battle was in progress, and a large cannon was fired above us, and we watched the huge ball sail through the air and saw the smoke of the cannon pass over our heads. We poor children were almost scared to death, but our mother held us close to her and tried to comfort us. The next morning after, we were safely at home. We were proud we had seen that much of the great battle, and our mother told us the war was to give us freedom. Did your family rejoice when they were set free? Was the natural question asked to Uncle George. I cannot say that they were happy, as it broke up a lot of real friendships and scattered many families. Mother had a great many pretty quilts and a lot of
Alright, babe, watch this. Do you think I can solve this?
After the Negroes were set free, Master Arnold told us we could all go and make ourselves homes. So we started out, each of the grown persons loaded with great bundles of bedding, clothing, and personal belongings.
You ready for this? Boom.
We walked all the way to Wortrace to try to find a home and some way to make a living. George W. Arnold remembers seeing many soldiers going to the Pike Road on their way to Murfreesboro. Long lines of tired men passed through Guy's Gap on the way to Murfreesboro, said he. Older people said they were sent out to pick up the dead from the battlefields and the bloody Battle of Stones River that had lately been fought at Murfreesboro. They took their comrades to bury them at the Union Cemetery near the town of Murfreesboro. Wortrace is a very nice place to make our home. It was located on the Nashville and Chattanooga and St. Louis Road.
Tennessee,
just 51 miles from Nashville,
like
not many miles from our old home. Mother found work, got along very well.
Hey,
but as soon as the children was old enough to work, she went back to her old home in Georgia, where a few years later she died. I believe she lived to be 75 or 76 years of age, but I never saw her after she went back to Georgia. My first work was done on a farm. There are many fine farms in Tennessee. And although farm labor was not very profitable,
so down in Regina?
We were always fed wherever we worked and got some wages. Then I got a job on the railroad. Our car was sidetracked at a place called Silver Spring, said Uncle. And right at that place came trouble that took the happiness out of my life forever. Here the storyteller paused to collect his thoughts and conquer the nervous twitching of his lips. It was like this. 3 of us boys worked together. We were like
I
3
think I gotta
brothers,
solve this
always sharing
old-fashioned
our
way.
fortunes with each other. We should never have done it, but we had made a habit of sending to Nashville after each payday and having a keg of Holland rum sent in by freight. This liquor was handed out among our
Okay,
friends,
what's their last name?
and sometimes we drank too much
What is last names?
and were
Don and
unfit for
Regina?
work for a day or 2. Our boss was a big, strong
don't know.
Irishman, red-haired and friendly.
How do you not
He
know?
always got drunk with us, and all would become sober enough to
'Cause I'm
soon
dumb?
return to our
Babe.
tasks.
Seaman.
The time I'm telling you about, we had all been invited to a candy pulling in town, and could hardly wait till time to go, as all the young people of the valley would be there.
But you know,
to
you
pull
gotta be
candy,
sure if someone's last name's
play
Seaman.
games, and
You know what I mean?
eat the goodies served to us.
It's not a risk you want to just
The
take.
first keg of Holland rum had been brought in that morning, and my chum John Sims had been drinking too much. About that time, our boss came up and said, "John, it is time for you to get the supper ready." John was our cook, and our meals were served on the caboose, where we lived wherever
I'm gonna ask
we
Nick
were
if I
sidetracked.
can get a haircut tomorrow.
All the time Johnny was preparing the food, he was drinking the rum. When we went in, he had many drinks inside of him, and a quart bottle filled to take to the candy pole. "Hurry up, boys, and let's finish up and go," he said impatiently. "Don't take him," said the other boy. "Don't you see he is drunk?" So I put my arms about his shoulders and tried to tell him he had better sleep a while before we started. The poor boy was aggrieved. His mother was almost white, and his father was a thoroughbred Indian, and the son had a most aggravating temper. He made me no answer, but running his hand into his pocket, he drew out his knife, and with one thrust had a deep gash in my neck. A terrible fight followed. I remember being knocked over and my head sticking something. I reached out my hand and discovered it was the axe. With this awful weapon, I struck my friend, my northern brother. The thud of the axe brought me to my senses as our blood mingled.
Yes,
almost
these
mortally
dogs
wounded.
are cool.
The boss came in and tried to do something for our relief, but John said,
Yes,
George, what an awful thing we
are
have
so
done.
cool.
We have never said a cross word to each other, and now look at us both." I watched poor John walk away. The darkness was falling, but early in the morning my boss and I followed a trail of blood down by the side of the tracks. From there he had turned into the woods. We could follow him no further. We went to all the nearby towns and villages, but we found no person who had ever seen him. We supposed he had died in the woods, and watched for the buzzards, thinking they would lead us to his body, but he was never seen again. For 2 years I never sat down to look inside a book, nor to eat my food, but John Sims was not beside me. He haunted my pillow, and went beside me night and day. His blood was on my hands, his presence haunted me beyond endurance. What could I do?
This is why you shouldn't murder
How
anyone,
could
babe.
I escape this awful presence? An old friend told me to
Because
put
you'll
water
regret it.
between
Whoa, how did
myself
you
and
get
the
that?
place
Let me
where
see that.
the awful scene occurred.
Since when have you had this?
So I quit working on the railroad and started working
And it has your
on the
name on
railroad.
it too?
People believed at
Since
that
when?
time that the ghost of a person you had wronged would not
Since
cross
when?
water to haunt you.
Where did you get this?
Since
Life on the
when?
river was diverted.
How did you
Things
get
were
this?
constantly
Where's mine?
happening, and George Arnold put aside some of his unhappiness
Where's
by
mine?
I did
engaging
not
in
think you
river
were gonna like
activity.
that thing with them much.
Babe, this
My
thing is
first job on
badass.
the
This is
river
way better.
was as a roustabout on the Bolivar
Because, like,
H.
look at how much this saves my pinky.
Which carried freight and passengers from Nashville,
Babe, this thing is
Tennessee
classy.
to Evansville,
Where did you
Indiana.
get this? How did you get
I
this?
worked a round trip on her and then went from
Babe, how did
Nashville
you get
to
this and where did
Cairo,
you get this?
I
Illinois,
don't remember.
on
No,
the
I don't remember.
BSJ.
Put that at that $1
I soon
store.
decided to go to
What
Cairo
$1 store?
and take a place on the El Dorado, a St. Louis and Cincinnati
What
packet
$1
which
store?
cruised
The
from
one in
Cairo to
Florida.
Cincinnati. On that boat, I
Why
worked
didn't you
as
get
a
me one? I
roustabout
didn't know it was
for
a
nearly
phone
3
thing.
years.
What did you
What
think
did
it
the
was?
roustabout have
Probably
to do?
some-
Asked a neighbor
I don't
lad who
even
had come
remember
into
you getting this.
The roustabout is no better than the mate that rules here. If the mate is kindly disposed, the roustabout has an easy enough
Babe,
life.
I want one.
The
you
Negroes
get
had
two?
only a few years
No.
of freedom and
Sounds very
resented
cozy.
cruelty. The the mate became too mean, a regular fight would follow, and perhaps several roustabouts would be hurt before it was finished. Uncle George said that the food was always plentiful on the boats. Passengers and freight were crowded together on the decks. At night there would be singing and dancing and fiddle music. We roustabouts would get together and
Yeah,
shoot
babe,
craps
Is he
and
gonna get
dance
from
or
Mount
play
Mary?
cards until the call came to shuffle freight. Then we would all get busy, and the mate's voice
we
giving
did.
orders could be heard
So we
for
probably
a long
got the
distance.
chosen thing then.
In spite of these
Then-
few
so then that was probably the
the
chosen.
life of a roustabout
What
is the
chosen?
life of a dog. I do not
Hamas eating
recall
hummus.
any unkindnesses of
I doubt
slavery.
that.
Who else
I
would have
was
gotten
too
that?
young to realize what it was all about, but it could never have equaled the cruelty shown the laborer on the riverboats by cruel mates and overseers. Another superstition advances off in the story of a boat,
These
told by Uncle George
dogs
Arnold. The story
are
follows.
cozy.
When I was a
Yes,
roustabout on the
these
Gold
dogs
Rush,
are
we were
cozy.
sailing out from New Orleans.
Yes,
As soon as we got
these
well out
dogs
on the
are
broad street, the rats commenced jumping
cozy.
overboard.
Yes,
said an old
these
riverman.
dogs
This
are
boat will never make a return trip.
cozy.
At every port, some of our crew left the boat,
These
but
dogs
the
are
mate and the captain said they were all
cozy.
fools and begged us to stay. So a few of us stayed to do the necessary work, but the rats kept leaving as fast as they could. When the boat was nearing Hickman, Kentucky, we smelled fire, and by the time we were in the harbor, passengers were being held to keep them from jumping overboard. Then the captain told us boys to jump into the water and save ourselves. Two of us launched a bale of cotton overboard and jumped onto it. As we paddled away, we had to often go under to put out the fires, as our clothing would blaze up under the flying brands that fell upon our bodies. The burning boat was docked at Hickman. The passengers were put ashore, but none of the freight was saved. And from a nearby willow thicket, my matey and I watched the gold dust burn to the water's edge.
The water's edge,
Always
that's a
heed
bar
the
that
warning
Jenny
of
likes to
nature,
go to.
said Uncle George. If you see rats leaving a ship or a house, prepare for a fire. George W. Arnold said that Evansville was quite a nice place, and a steamboat port even in the early days of his boating experiences, and he decided to make his home there. He located in the town in 1880. The courthouse was located at 3rd and Main Streets. Streetcars were mule-drawn, and people thought it great fun to ride them. He recalls the first shovel full of dirt being lifted when the new courthouse was being erected.
Right.
And when it was finished, two white men finishing the slate roof fell to their death in the courthouse yard.
Right.
George W. Arnold procured a job as porter in a wholesale feed store on May 10, 1880. John Hubbard and Company did business at the place, and this place he worked 37 years.
Yes,
former
these
mayor of
dogs.
Evansville, has often befriended the Negro man and is ready to speak a kindly word in his praise. For the face of John Sims still presents itself when George Arnold is alone. Never do anything to hurt any other person, says he. The hurt always comes back to you. George Arnold
So do
was
you think they're
married to
going
an
to do
Evansville
that?
woman,
Like, you think
but
they're
2
going to
years
take them
ago he
before
became a
the
widower
meal?
when death claimed his
Say
baby.
what before the meal?
He is now lonely, but were it not for a
yeah,
cake
why
of
not?
Holland gin, his old age
Yeah, that's
would
what
be
Maddie said.
spent in peace and
Should be an
happiness.
interesting Thanksgiving.
Beware
Oh,
of
God.
strong drink, said Uncle George. It causes trouble. End of section 1.
I'm tearing this one in half.
Can I wait a week to
Section 2
get
of
a
Slave
haircut?
Narratives.
Yeah.
A folk history of slavery in
You
the
sure?
United States. From interviews with former slaves, Volume 5, Indiana Narratives, by Various. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Read by Larry Wilson. District 5, Lawrence County, Bedford, Indiana.
You sound like you
Reminiscences
can
of
wait.
an ex-slave, Thomas Ash, Mitchell, Indiana. I have no way of knowing exactly how old I am, as the old Bible containing a record of my birth was destroyed by fire many years ago. But I believe I am about 81 years old. If so, I must have been born sometime during the year 1856, 4 years before the outbreak of the war between the states. My mother was a slave on the plantation or farm of Charles Ashe in Anderson County, Kentucky, and it was there that I grew up. I remember playing with old masses, as he was called, boys, Charlie, Jim, and Bill. I also have an unpleasant memory of having seen other slaves on the place tied up to the whipping post and flogged for disobeying some order, although I have no recollection of ever having been whipped myself, as I was only a boy. I can also remember how the grown-up Negroes on the place left to join the Union Army as soon as they learned of Lincoln's proclamation making them free men.
Did you get a gift from Megan Myrtles?
Editor, no.
I need to write her a thank you
Mr.
note.
Ashe was sick when interviewed. He was not able
we'll
to
say
do
thank
much
you for
talking.
being you.
He had no picture of himself, but agreed to pose for
Okay,
one
so
later
I'll
on.
set this aside for you to write.
Yeah, I'll write it right now.
Section 2.
Section 3 of Slave Narratives, a folk history of slavery in the United States from interviews with former slaves, Volume 5, Indiana Narratives, by Various. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Section 3. Mrs. Mary Crane. I was born on the farm of Waddy Williams, 1855, and I'm 82 years old. And I came to Mitchell, Indiana, about 50 years ago with my husband, who is now dead, and 4 children, and have lived here ever since. I was only a girl, about 5 or 6
Okay,
years
so I'm going to
old,
thank her in
when the
advance
Civil War
for what?
broke out, but
What is she going to
I can
give us
remember
that's
very
extravagant?
well happenings of that time.
Babe, I don't know who
My
this
mother
is.
was owned by Waddy Williams,
Wait,
who
was
had
it
a large
Megan
farm
Myrtles, right?
Yeah.
located in Louis
Lives in
County,
Seattle?
Kentucky. My father was a slave on the farm of a Mr. Durrett nearby.
Thank you in
those
advance
days,
for
slave
what?
owners,
I don't know.
whenever one of their daughters
This
would
is your
get
thing.
married, would give her and her husband a
Well, what's
slave
something ridiculous?
as a wedding present,
You're just helping me be creative here,
usually
babe.
allowing the girl to pick the one
You're doing
she
good. Thank
wished
you,
to
Gamerman9.
accompany her to her new home. When Mr. Durrett's eldest daughter married Zeke
Give me ideas.
Samples,
Greg,
Spitball.
chose
Not
my
me.
father to accompany them to their home.
consult your audience.
Zeke Samples proved to
Babe,
be
this
a
is just a
man
normal
who
fun
loved
thing that
his
you can
hobbies
suggest ideas
far
on.
better than his bride, and before long, he was broke.
Do you need to write one to Laura
Everything he
Hanscom?
had or owned,
Yeah.
including my father, was to be sold at auction to pay off his
We're
debts.
gonna thank her for.
In those days, there were men who made a business buying up Negroes at auction sales and shipping them down to New Orleans to be sold to owners of cotton and sugarcane plantations, just as men today buy and ship cattle. These men were called nigger traders, and they would ship whole boatloads at a time, buying them up 2 or 3 here.
So my car has a new feature that I accidentally
and
unlocked.
holding them in a jail until they had a boatload.
Which is
Smart
This
cruise control that I
practice
didn't
gave
know it
rise
could do
to the
it.
it's called
expression
adaptive
sold
cruise control.
down.
Yeah, I didn't know it could do that.
My father was to be sold at auction, along with all of the rest of Zeke Samples' property. Bob Cowherd, a neighbor of Matt Durrett's, owned my grandfather, and the old man, my grandfather.
Alright, so I said thank you in
Colonel
advance for the
Bob
$500 gift card to Disney
father
World.
from Zeke Samples to keep him from being sold down the river. Colonel Bob offered what he thought was a
There you
fair
go.
price
You've
for
got the
my
envelope on
father,
your lap there.
and a
I got
nigger
the what?
trader
I
raised
said you've got the
his
envelope on your
bid
lap.
$25. Colonel said he couldn't afford to pay that much. My father was about to be sold to the nigger trader, and his father told
Greg, it's right
Colonel
here.
Bob
You gotta sign.
had $25 saved up, and that if he would buy my father from Samples and keep the nigger trader from getting him, he would give him the money.
God, they really keep dropping that
Colonel
hard
Bob
R, don't they?
Cowherd took my grandfather's $25 and offered to meet the trader's offer. And so, my father was sold to him.
All right, there you go. Think so?
The Negroes.
I said, think so? Oh, my phone died.
Look it. I guess we'll just switch over early. I thought it was plugged in.
Yeah, well, it wasn't plugged in hard enough, I guess. I said, thanks. Oh! Alright, so you're gonna have to hook up your phone then. Think so.
To the car?
Yeah.
Should be already hooked up.
Why would your phone be hooked up when my phone was just hooked up?
So you're listening to it at my speed then?
No, we're not listening. No. Okay, just wait for my phone to charge and then we can listen to it on mine. Because we have to listen to it from where I am in the too.
That's true.
And we don't listen to it at... And plus I have 6 more minutes of YouTube live broadcast that I get to do.
5.
Alright.
Maybe I should drive for a little bit and you can drink the Kinos.
Babe, you can see Willa chewing on that thing. I can see her in the mirror. Babe, she's so cozy. Look how cozy she is. Please, look at how cozy she is. Please, look at how cozy she is. And there's Jed just being cozy. Babe, please look at how cozy she is. She just loves chewing on that thing. She goes, chew on that thing.
What is with you this morning?
What do you mean?
Let's do it. Don't say that. You're gonna say that to everything. Yeah, see that fleshy hole? I'm gonna, yeah. Gross.
What?
What's with you today?
What's with my face? That fleshy hole part earlier, that was because one of the commenters was making the same observation. So I was just copying them.
Sure.
And this is funny because Gamerman9 says I like dog. Babe, look at how cozy Will is being. Please look at how cozy Will is being. Please. She just loves chewing on her beef cheek roll. And to be fair, we had given them bully sticks, so that joke was apt. Babe. The Hawk Tua thing? You gave them bully sticks.
Technically, you can.
Yeah, you were at behest. You even operated a circular saw for it.
No, I was going
To what?
I was going to give one the beef cheek roll and the other the bully stick. I wasn't going to bother to split it in half.
Yeah,
You did that.
your suggestion was the circular saw. But do you recall the coziest dog of all? Willa, the cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa, cozy dog. She is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. She is cozy dog. Willa is a 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 cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. She is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. Willa's a cozy dog. What?
802?
802? Willa is a cozy dog. Willa is a cozy dog. So you want me to stop talking about how Willa's a cozy dog?
Yep.
Gamerman9 says, I have a dog and 3 cats. Oh, we got 1 vote in the poll for Happy Thanksgiving. Yes.
What should we say we spent $50 on the week of the wedding?
The week of the ratification ceremony. Well, what are you saying?
The week of the ratification ceremony, she gave me $50.
Who is she?
Laura. She gave me $50 to buy something that we forgot about until the last minute.
Well, what's something we forgot about?
Well, I mean, I'll just tell her we got photos to hang up in the long run.
Did we forget about the photos?
Kind of. We didn't like fully forget, but like we also didn't get them printed in advance.
So we got them from Walgreens.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Tell her. Okay,
Yeah.
tell her.
Are you gonna play it?
All right, hold on.
I can play it too, no problem.
All right, hold on. How do I exit out of this? All right, bye.